Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah. Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto. Under 20 total carbs at least every day. Yeah, total. Never net. Stay away from the slippery slopes. I made it through this winter so far. I don't want to be sliding on more than 20 carbs total, or the net game. The net is gain, right? Not game. Anyway, what do we have here today? Well, in interviewing somebody, and I think she shows up tomorrow. But anyway, she said her favorite series, and I forgot all about it, Messy Mondays. So here we are, March 25th, Messy Monday. If you are new to my if you're new to my channel and haven't had a messy Monday, well, then you're in a good space. What is a messy Monday? You know, messy Mondays. Messy Mondays are when you don't work Friday, maybe. You have the weekend off. So you start Thursday at noon with some people that you work with. You start celebrating. Maybe there's takeout. It comes in. Then Friday, or maybe you start Friday. Maybe you save yourself a day. On Friday, you get the, you call up for take-in, and it's delivered to your office, and you just order a whole bunch of stuff, and everybody's forks are everywhere because you live and breathe and everything together every single day. So why not one more day? And you just share all that food. It gets a little bit messy. You start making promises to yourself. Okay. Today I'm just gonna keep going after work. I'm gonna go do errands. I'm gonna do the week's worth of groceries, or maybe some of those sniggly errands that just always need to be done. I'm not going to eat dinner. Yeah, right. Okay. Well, all those carbs that you had on your messy Friday, perhaps, they kick in. You have company come over the weekend, or you are company someplace, and the food fest begins. And all the barriers, boundaries, and fences that you have protecting yourself in your little world of keto under 20 total, they start falling down with each glass of wine, okay? Your best intentions are, this won't happen. I won't do this. I've never paid attention to this before. It's not going to happen. And it turns into a weekend of gluttony, of carbs, of things you never thought you'd be craving or want to go back to. That one bite of sugar, you could lose 2 or 3 days of your keto progress. I was going to say keto gains, keto progress, and it could end up a gain. So you get to messy Monday. Well, guess what? If you've had a weekend of white flour carbs and sugar carbs, white sugar carbs, brown sugar hidden in things like barbecue sauce and salad dressings and all those other places, not the obvious things like things you have after dinner or things you put in a wine glass, right? You get to Monday, and let me tell you, you think a hangover from too much alcohol is a lot? Try a messy Monday with carbs, with the white flour, with the white sugar, with all the crap that you had all weekend. Meanwhile, making yourselves promises. You might have even gone into your chronometer and put in everything that you're going to have today. In fact, you're going to start doing OMAD today. You're going to go back to the gym today. And you start making this list of all the things that you're going to do. You're going to be in trouble. This isn't how we talk about keto every day. But some of us, we have those lost weekends with company or going to see friends, or just, it could start with a simple dinner and, a bite out of somebody else's. And I haven't had a crouton in a long time. Do I miss them? Yeah, I guess I do. And they set up in your brain those cravings, and they're chemical cravings for the sugar and the white flour once you cross that line and have some. You don't believe, it's not a silly little thing until you've tried to go through it. So you're getting to your Monday, and it's like, holy moly, Batman, I really did a number on myself. How am I ever going to come out of this carb weekend intact and get back, forget the keto strips, the mojos, all that kind of stuff. how do I get back to a clean way of eating? Just a clean way of eating. Forget, the withdrawal, forget going without. And so it could start with something as simple as, they left your house and they left half and half, or they have left Coffee Mate, or they left whatever, or they used all your artificial sweeteners for your coffee, and you had to put an SUGAR in your Monday morning coffee. You have no idea what you're doing to yourself. Alcoholics don't take a weekend off. People that have quit smoking don't take a weekend off. It's that serious. People that do cocaine or heroin, oh yeah, I had a fun weekend, but it's Monday and, back to business. You don't roll back into it as easy as it seems it should be. There's a lot of withdrawal. There's a big hangover. And your brain, it's like, when you cut off the chicken's head or something, the body is still doing this and it's been disengaged from its head, right? Your body is still doing this. It's like, I want hamburger, it's carbs. Why can't I have stuffed French toast like I did yesterday? Why can't I have a croissant sandwich like I did while we were shopping at outlets on Saturday? No, I want it. No. And so now you got to withdraw. There are consequences. It's not as simple as just switching. If you've had a few, maybe even one really bad day where you just had all this kind of sugar, are you still fat adapted? I'm no scientist. I'm no nutritionist. All I know is that I don't want the hungry horrors of withdrawing from carbs and sugar on a Monday. And so that is a messy Monday. What seemed like a good idea after your second glass of wine that you even tracked. I was going to have a glass of wine, a filet mignon at the restaurant, a pat of butter on it, broccoli with a pat of butter on that, and I was going to be good. Yeah. Well, yeah. Then you got to the morning after that night where you had 2 or 3 glasses of wine, or maybe one more than you planned, and you get to the morning and all of a sudden the starchy, carby, breakfast delights start coming out, and you say, somebody brought Coffee Mate to your house, and it's like, I haven't had that in a while. I'm going to try that. You put that in your coffee, and it's like, no, I'm going to be good. It's not going to, and then, you get to the second cup of coffee, and it's like, oh man, that's good. So then, you get to Monday, your heavy cream is gone. All that's left is like yucky, half and half fat-free or Coffee Mate. And so you begin again. And every day you have a little something that's not your nice, clean keto, you're going to be in trouble. I don't want to see you in trouble. It's very hard to get back. Trust me. And each day for me, with overeating and eating carbs and sugar, for me, it was like one day was bad enough. And then getting, clean and abstinent. This is before, it's like 4 or 5 years ago when I was still doing regular foods, those standard American delights, not diet, delights, desserts, decadence, danger, all that stuff. And so it just, if you start having leakage one day and then it leaks into the next and it leaks into the next, what do you do when your company wants Chinese? What do you do when your company wants to go out for Italian? You've got challenges that you might not have had on a snowy February day, right? It's different. Social starts happening now. This is the time of year. We're getting into the warm season. And I'm telling you, if this is your first warm season doing Keto Under 20, it's going to be an adjustment. It just is. I will tell you that. There are social engagements that just don't happen in the winter. Nobody wants to open up their house to 40 people and have somebody out there on the grill, while it's hailing outside. No, summer brings summer people and lots of chairs and tables and benches, and isn't this fun? And everybody's laughing, and adult beverages. It's something that you want to get used to. It's not a splurge. It's not just this once. You need to be very mindful of it, because you can't have a messy Monday every Monday in the warm weather season. It starts in April and it ends in October. You can't have a messy Monday from from a lousy weekend of food, sugar, and carbs, can you? No. So we will be doing messy Mondays, Lisa, and we will be doing them more frequently than we have all winter. They just don't seem to be as dangerous all winter. They might have been during the holiday season with people coming and all of that. But this is really a dangerous time of year. It's really, really hard to look over the foods that you might have binged, allowed, thought were good, went to Weight Watchers and you were told, well, there's 6 carbs in a half an ear of corn. Why can't I have it? Because we're not counting points. I didn't mean carbs, I meant points. We're not counting points anymore. This is the real world of Keto Under 20, where you have every day, the better you are about what you eat, the cleaner and more abstinent you are, the easier it will make you feel, the easier it will make those triggers and cravings. I'm telling you. Because once you have something, that bite, that taste, that slice, it lights up your brain, and only you can come back out of it. And from what I have heard from people that have gone out, that have been a nice, clean abstinent, and they go out and they have those treats, that the stomach digestion, the head, the withdrawal, the hangover, the consequences, not to mention the weight gain. Weren't you here for the weight gain originally? Yeah, all that stuff doesn't make it worth it. And if you have a bad weekend and you weigh yourself and it says you've lost weight, don't trust it. Let it all settle out. Weigh in 10 days and then you'll see the real damage, okay? So, no messy Mondays. When you say yes to something on a Thursday night or a Friday or a Saturday or a Sunday, you are saying yes to 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or a whole week of getting back on track, if you're lucky. Because getting back on track isn't a given, right? People that drink over the weekend that have had like 90 days of not having any alcohol, there's no guarantee they're coming back. Addiction is pretty darn powerful. Substances like sugar and white flour are so addictive. The most addictive in the world. Ask those that do a lot of work around keto, carnivore, and blood sugars and diabetes. They will tell you that sugar is more dangerous and harder to give up because we have to have food. And so it can slide on right back in. And that goes for berries too. Don't think that you're in the safety zone with berries and you can just pile a great big bowl and then do this with the heavy whipping cream. You know, it's not the freedom tour here. It is learning to live in a place that gives you the sanity. You want the sanity. Forget from the neck down. Forget what the scale says. Head sanity. We all need it. We all want it. And some of us, it's the first thing to go out of the window when we're around friends and it's our first year of doing something with these friends, with this event. We're not used to it. You know, we've got it coming up. We've got the big sugar event coming up where little girls are wearing pastel dresses at church. And, you know, all we're thinking about is the Reese's egg, right? Well, not that I was ever there. And you can have something too sweet, right? I can't imagine tasting that today. All right. So today, what am I having? What are my macros? Well, I'm having my usual. These are my calories and my macros for the day. My calories are 1,276 calories. My protein is 77.5. My total carbs are 2.5, and my fats are 103 grams. And what does that consist of? 8 ounces of chuck roast, shredded, over 66 grams of Olivia's baby butter lettuce, 25 grams of macadamia nut oil, 5 grams of Fourth and Heart ghee, pink Himalayan flavored, melted, poured on that, 2 jumbo fried eggs, Pete and Jerry, gently on one side, the shredded beef on the other side, and 3 tablespoons of heavy cream in my coffee with my 3 cups of coffee, and 14 grams of raw lemon juice in my powder mixture that I drink like it's a shot of whiskey in the morning. And so those are my foods, my macros, and my delight for the day. I do OMAD 1, meal a day. Thank you so much for watching. You want to stay abstinent. I'm not shooting you. I'm not pointing the finger at you. I almost kind of did. I pulled it back. But you want to take care of yourself because those cravings are more powerful than ever once you've had a clean, healthy keto food plan. I'm telling you, if you've been clean and you step out, it's much, much, much harder to come back. It's just that taste, that sugar. So asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. Thank you for watching. Now, for the rest of the stuff. PayPal is totally welcome here. I totally appreciate it. You would go to my cover page where it says About, click on that, and you will see the PayPal icon. It helps me keep doing what I'm doing. And consistently, day after day. You know you can tune in and find that old 68-year-old woman doing the same thing, eating the same thing, talking the same stuff to give you it for another day, that juice that keeps you keto or carnivore for one more day. Thank you very much. And I also do ketocoachingsarah.com, ketocoachingsarah.com. And it's like a 30-day boot camp. We do the chronometer. I get to see what you're having. You give me permission. It just kind of helps you just tighten, your foods if they've been messy for a while, a lifetime, just the last few months. It just pulls it all in. I offer suggestions, suggest where you should shave, suggest where you could transfer out that product and bring in this one because of the ingredients. It's just 30 days of awareness because you know that I'm watching and you become accountable. So there's that. And then I have mugs available, and you can always contact me about other issues at my email address that I've listed below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you the next time. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom in Food with 20 total carbs every day, at least, or less. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye for now.